Ayun, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Kumusta po kayo? So, today, no, finally, after more than a week, no, tayo po ay makapagre-review ulit. Well, konting update lang, guys, no. Nanggaling po ako sa Palawan for more than almost rather a week, no. And pagka-uwi ko, medyo naging busy, tapos siguro halata naman sa aking boses sa ngayon na nagkaroon po ako ng sakit, no. Actually hanggang ngayon meron po akong sakit, may sipon po ako, konting ubo, masakit ang ulo. Pero it comes kasi with the transition of the season or the weather. And speaking of season, hindi laging malamig sa Baguio, kahit Baguio yan, no. Ngayon po ang Baguio rin ay nasa summer, I could say na season na, no. And of course hindi siya katulad ng Manila, no, na 35 degrees Celsius and above yung temperature, no. Pero we could consider yung 20, 21 to 24 degrees Celsius ng Baguio na mainit na for Baguio people, no. And of course, no, with the transition ng weather, no, alam niyo naman ako, no, I have been very open about ako, no, as a frog head, hindi ako mahilig sa freshies. Pero kung ako po ay magsusuot ng frogs na I consider fresh, no, of course, no, this is of course kakaiba sa mga usual kong gusto na oud, animalic, no, warm spices, yung mga complex na mga composition, yung mga more on the heavier bases, more on the heavier in general na sense, no. Gusto ko kasi of course, no, may pagka fresh, no, may freshness, pero for me gusto ko may character, at least sa sarili kong taste, no. And ngayon gusto ko po mag-share sa inyo ng ilang frogs, no, na I could say na magiging rotation ko for the summer season dito sa Baguio. And definitely, no, kahit pumunta ako sa mas mainit na lugar like halimbawa Manila, no, I could see these frogs na susuotin ko or I will bring along. And yeah, before I go to the frogs, to the list ng frogs na yun, hindi naman to in any particular order, no, pero ayun, 10 ito. I hope ma-explain ko lang siya very quickly. Pero yun, honorable mentions muna. Number 1, ito yung last review ko. This is called Memoirs ni Montan. Of course, shout out Sir Greg Parilla and Noah and Sir Renato Lopena, no. Nireview ko yan. Tingnan nyo na lang po yung ating channel, no, for the review. Ilalagay ko rin yung link sa description. This is Suman, no, yung Suman Accord, may green mango. So basically yun yung pinoportray niya. It's a gourmand pero hindi siya gourmand, no. Tingnan niyo na lang, no, sa aking review. Pero yeah, I see this being worn sa mainit. Actually, isa to sa frogs na dala ko sa Palawan, and na-enjoy ko siya sa Palawan, no, kasi again hindi siya straight up gourmand. So one of the honorable mentions is Memoirs ni Montan or Montagne, by Greg Parilla and Noah and of course Sir Renato. And another honorable mention, actually kailangan kasama to sa 10, no, pero yeah, nakalimutan ko siyang ilagay. But anyway, honorable mention, this is called Chanel number 19, no, EDT. This is the vintage form kasi may mas bagong form and as you can see here, no, this is the splash version or the splash form, and this is green, no. Actually yung pagka-green nito ay nag-open sa eyes ko, no, kasi I usually do not gravitate towards green frogs, no. It's not for me, no. Pero nung finally I have blind bought number 19, of course I'm also a vintage perfume collector, no, nung naamoy ko to pambihira, no, I would say susuotin ko to sa summer, no, susuotin ko to ngayong season, no. This is Chanel number 19, no, of course from yun, no, this is a vintage Chanel number 19 EDT. And the last na special mention, isa din to sa nakalimutan ko honestly, no? But siguro this could be worn or susutin ko siya hindi siya mainit sa tirik na araw talaga na days, no? Siguro I would wear this sa formal nights ng summer, if that makes sense, no? Or doon sa more air-conditioned or colder na areas, no? So yeah, the third honorable mention, this is called Italian leather by the House of Memo Paris, no? Marami nagko-compare dito sa Iris Malikhan, no, ng Maison Crivelli. Well, I can see the differences, no? I can see the similarities, pero yon, may differences siya, lalo pag side by side, no? Maamoy mo yon. Pero yun, no, may similarities sila, no? This one utilizes the note of tomato, no? Very very curious. No, nung una ko siyang nakita, tomato with leather, parang, and vetiver, no, parang it will not work, pero eventually, no, or you know, actually it did work, no. I love this one, pero sa mainit, no, na-try ko na to sa mainit, may tendency siyang maging cloying. So yeah, I would prefer this sa summer nights, no. So yun, the third honorable mention is Italian leather. And let's go to the list, no. I hope I could go through this very quickly, no, as much as I can, pero kilala nyo naman ako, matagal-tagal ako mag-review. Anyway, no, let's see. Number 1, this is called Mitsoko EDP by the House of Guerlain. Actually, this is a vintage perfume, no. If you see the EDT one, no, even the extract or the parfum one, yung dates niyan played around 1919 hanggang 1970s. So yeah, I have here I believe a 2013 form, no, if I'm not mistaken. Siguro 2013 siguro hanggang 2017, no. This is the form. This is amazing, no. I have tried, even I have owned the EDT na vintage, yung 1970s, no. May parating pa akong isang EDT ng Mitsoko, but definitely, no, kumbaga, no, I get yung difference ng vintage sa newer form, no. Pero for me personally, hindi siya talaga sobrang lumayo from the vintage, no. Well, that's just me, no. May mga nagsasabi na malayo na daw, no. Siguro because of the animalic nuances, no, lalo ng extract form. But yeah, for me, malapit pa rin, no. And this is the EDP one. Marami ring nagko-compare dito sa Diaghilev, no, ng Roja, no. But yeah, for me, this is a beautiful use ng oak moss. Yung vintage na oak moss, kasi iba-iba na yung oak moss ngayon. Halimbawa, yung pagkagamit sa Creed Aventus, iba na eh. Malaki na difference for me, no. This is more of a damp and earthy kind ng oak moss, parang naulanan, parang rainforest na oak moss, parang ganun, no. Oak moss and spices, pero yung spices niya, kahit may kick, it's still bright, no. And siguro yung citruses, yung florals, and yung peach, no. Yung peach na pansin ko, lalo sa mga vintage frags ng Guerlain and Chanel, madalas gamitin yung peach note, no. And definitely it gives character, no. Halimbawa dito sa Coco, no, ng Chanel, no, this is Coco Parfum, no. Meron din akong Coco EDP, very prominent yung peach, no. So yeah, number 1 is Mitsoko EDP. By the way, this is a Jacques Guerlain creation. Pambira, napakagaling lang, no. I'm so glad na meron to sa collection ko. This is really a masterpiece, lalo if you're a collector ng vintage, no. So yeah, Mitsoko EDP. Number 2 is called Habit Rouge EDP, no, from the same house, Guerlain. Habit Rouge EDP, if you can see, hindi to yung form ngayon. This is called the Listerine form or the Listerine bottle, I believe released or used from 2003 hanggang 2008, no. And this is dry pero bright na citrus, no? May sandalwood, marami siyang citrus eh. You would detect that, pero hindi siya yung usual na zesty, na uplifting, no? Na citrus, no? If I could use that to describe citruses. Ito hindi siya ganon. It's bright pero it's also dry na citrus, if that makes sense. Para siyang tangerine na dry, parang ganon. And meron siyang sandalwood, may rose, may patchouli, so may earthiness siya sa background. Vanilla, guys, ang galing ng Guerlain sa vanilla. I would say nasa top 3 ko ang Guerlain sa pag-use ng vanilla. Hindi siya yung candied sweet na vanilla, hindi ganon, no? It's different kind of vanilla, no? Ang galing sa vanilla. May leather at may touch siya ng oud. So it's bright pero may darkness, ang galing, no? It's like a citrusy na Le Lion, no? Again, I'm not saying trinay ko na silang i-compare very shortly sa isa kong video. And again, no, I'm not saying na same sila, pero you would get nuances ng Abbey Rouge sa Le Lion, no? And it's also para siyang para siyang yung vanilla use, para siyang distant relative ng Shalimar EDP from the House of Guerlain as well, no? So itong tatlo, no, Le Lion, Shalimar EDP and Abbey Rouge, may similarity sila, no, pero of course, no, hindi sila magkakapareha ng amoy, no, take note, no. So yeah, number 2, Abbey Rouge EDP from the House of Guerlain, and number 3, another Guerlain frag, no. This is called Ancens Mythique, no. Ancens Mythique, this is a Thierry Wasser creation, no. Isa ang Les Absolus d'Orient line sa pinakagusto kong line ng perfumery, napaka low-key, no. I have here Musk Noble. Now this is also from the same line, no. You can see the similarities at may parating akong Patchouli Ardent, no. And yung target ko ay Bois Mysterieux and Oud Essentiel, no. So very masterful na line. This is aldehydic rose na frag basically with saffron and ambergris. Meron siyang spiciness in the background, but yeah, yung effect ng aldehydes for me ay really it registers or it strikes me summer talaga, no, parang ganon. So yeah, this is great, no. Isa to sa mga dala ko rin, no, sa mainit na lugar, halimbawa sa Bangkok or even nung pumunta ako sa Palawan, isa to sa dala ko, no. This is Ancens Mythique by the House of Guerlain. And speaking of Bangkok, no, meron akong nabiling frag nung nag-vacation kami ng family ko sa Bangkok. This is called Wood of God by Butterfly Niche Perfumes, no. Amoy grabe yung amoy nito, amoy summer for me, no. This is that kind of summer smell na gusto ko, hindi yung summer na blue or aldehydes lang, hindi gano'n, no. This is the complexity, I would say, ng isang summer frag na I am looking for. So this is an array of florals, tobacco, incense, no, and may konting oud, no. And it reminds me of our family vacation, so may olfactive memory siya for me, no. And again, no, if I would be looking for a summer frag na may character, no, a modern summer frag na for me personally easy to wear, dumb breech, no, this would be it. This would be Wood of God. Yung nakita nyo naman yung dent, no, napakagaling, napaka-masterful lang ng Wood of God. So that's number 4. Number 5 is called ayun, okay, halo-halo na sila dito. This is called Gio, no, by Giorgio Armani, no. So this is a 1992 release, no, marketed towards women to actually, no. And this is a vintage frag, and as always, no, or common sa vintage frags na gumamit ng maraming florals, great use again ng peach, no. Sinabi ko kanina yung deal with peach, no, halimbawa sa mga vintage frags ng Chanel, no, or Guerlain, no. Tapos may iris, may may spices siya, may kick siya ng spice, no? Pero may lalim pa rin sa dulo. And if you would ask me, no, of course, no, makita natin yung ginawa ni Alberto Morilla sa Giorgio Armani, no, yung Acqua di Gio line. Well, that's okay for me. Personally, hindi siya sa akin. I would call it boring, personally. Sa akin lang naman, sorry. Pero, if you would ask me kung anong favorite ko sa Acqua di Gio, or rather sa Giorgio Armani perfume, it would be Gio. No, ito yung favorite ko. No, ito yung pinakagusto ko. This is really for me. No, maraming maiinit na days dito sa Baguio na nagamit-gamit ko itong Gio ng Giorgio Armani. So, that's number 5. Number 6, no, another vintage frag, no, from a designer house, no. This is called Knowing by Estée Lauder. No, this is a 1988 frag, no. This is not the first form. No, I believe this is a 1995 siguro or 1994 form, no. But if you could see the bottle, no, ang dami ng scratches, you could still see Knowing there, no. Pero kumbaga vintage na rin yung bottle, no. And if titingnan ninyo yung kasi yung Knowing ngayon, ano pa yan in production pa siya, makikita nyo pa yan sa mga stalls ng Estée Lauder sa malls, no. Actually yung kulay niya ganito yung kulay niya, no. Ganito siya ka bright na yellow, no. But this is ambery na sa kulay, no. So yeah, I love this one. Definitely I would say in my top 5 sa vintage perfume collection ko. Lots of florals, of course, aldehydes, may green notes, may plum, may melon, galing, may vintage use ng oak moss, may animalic touches ng civet, no. It's bright, it's dark, no, may statement, para siyang mahiyain pero hindi, ang galing, no. And may para siyang nutty background, no, all throughout the life of the frag, no. I love this frag, pambihira, no. Ito yung isa sa rason, no, kung bakit gusto ko ng vintage frags. This kinds of scent profile would really draw you in. If you love perfumery, if you love complexity, no, this is a statement of that, no, Knowing by Estée Lauder. So that's number 6. Number 7, this is a rare one, no. Siguro minsan nyo lang to makita, and I'm glad na meron siya sa collection ko. This is a 1999 release, no. This is called High Risk by the House of Hermes, no. High Risk, this is again a vintage frag, no. Pero yung mga lumalabas ngayon, I believe yung parang clear bottle na, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first form, pambihira, ng High Risk. Ito yung 1999 talaga na form, yung ganito. This is a blue bottle, no, deep blue bottle. And actually this is an Olivia Giacobetti, no, creation. If you know her, she's also the perfumer behind Philosicos ng Diptyque or En Passant ng Frederic Malle, no. So this is Iris Forward, Honey, Neroli, and Rose, no. This is overall bright, no. Again, no, yung iris niya is really prominent sa development ng frag na to, no. And this is beautiful, High Risk, no, pambihira, no. This is a gem, no, and I'm just glad na meron to sa collection ko. So High Risk from Hermes, no. And number 8, no, number 8 na po tayo. This is called Portrait of a Lady by Frederic Malle, no. Portrait of a Lady, I would say this is my favorite rose forward perfume, no. So lots of rose, may clove, may raspberry, pero hindi siya yung raspberry na in your face na matamis, no. Kasi may mga frags na in your face yung raspberry. Halimbawa yung Ombre Nomade ng Louis Vuitton, talagang in your face yung raspberry nun Ito hindi, no. Para siyang raspberry pero hindi siya matamis, parang ganon. Hindi siya syrupy sweet, if that makes sense. And meron siyang patchouli, may smokiness ng incense, no. I love the effect ng rose and ng raspberry and ng incense lalo sa mainit. Ang galing lang, ang ganda lang amuyin sa ere kahit lalo sa mainit, no. This is great din sa malamig, pero I don't know if ano lang ako lang to, no, pero mas gusto ko siyang maamoy sa mainit, no. Okay siya sa malamig, pero mas okay siya for me sa mainit. And this is a Dominic Ropion, pambira, the master perfumer, Dominic Ropion creation. And para po sa mga nakakilala kay Dominic Ropion, or if you have heard him in perfumery, he's also behind frags like The Night, Carnal Flower, even Promise, yung Promise na feature na po natin way back dito, no. Also ng Frederic Malle, no. And one of my favorite vintage perfumes, this is called Isatis by the House of Givenchy, no. Dominic Ropion din ito, no. So yeah, I love this one, Portrait of a Lady. Ang hirap nang hanapin ng Portrait of a Lady ngayon. At shout out kay Ma'am Mars PH, no. Thank you so much for letting go of your Portrait of a Lady, no. This is amazing. And ayun, number 9, second to the last, no. Number 9, this is called Wood Symphony or Opus 5 from the House of Amouage, my favorite house, of course. Hindi pwedeng magkaroon ako ng listahan na walang Amouage, no. Yeah, Wood Symphony, no. This is Orris, Rose, Oud, Rum, and Civet, no. Yung notes, no, if you're trying to read the notes, no, na hindi mo pa naamoy, parang you would think na parang ang bigat niya, no. Well, may bigat naman talaga to, eh. Pero for me personally, para siyang yung combination na yun, para siyang may shampoo smell effect sa akin. Hindi naman straightforward, no. Siguro that's created by the Orris and the Rose and the Rum, no. But yeah, this is something na I could rock sa mainit na panahon. Pero definitely hindi siya for overspray, kasi I've tried overspraying this. Well, I'm an oversprayer, no. Pero I've tried overspraying this sa mainit na panahon, may pagka-cloying siya, no, lalo after siguro 3 hours, no, parang ang sakit na sa ulo ng frag. But yeah, this is definitely one that I would rock this summer. This is Wood Symphony, no. And if you notice, this is now the newer bottles ng library collection, no. Papakita natin somewhere dito yung dating itsura ng Opus 5, but this is the newer one ng library collection. And dati Opus 5 lang yan, wala pang pangalan. Ngayon under Renaud Salmon, no, nilagyan na nila ng pangalan, no. This is now called Opus 5 Wood Symphony. So yeah, that's number 9. And the last one, no, I think this is the first time that I'll be featuring this sa channel ko, no. This is also from my favorite house, Amouage. No, this is called Imitation Man. As you can see, this is an older batch ng Imitation Man, kasi nasa gilid pa, no, nasa gilid pa po yung pangalan ng Imitation. Kung bago na yan, nasa baba na po nung name ng house yung Imitation, no. But this is Imitation Man from the House of Amouage, no. It features citron, no. I've featured here dati yung Terra Essence ko ng Bulgari. Meron siyang citron. Well, citron, this is a dry citrus, pero it's bright, no. Hindi siya para siyang vetiver na nilagyan mo ng citrus, no, if that makes sense, no. But yeah, that's citron, no. May rose, may orris, may violet, so meron siyang konting sweetness, no. May ganun siya, no. May airiness, may dew, parang ganun, no. So violet, may vetiver, pero may leather din, may castoreum. Again, no, if you look at the notes, no, parang ang komplikado masyado. Pero that's Amouage, no. Yung kahit yung mga bright frags nila, no, it's still complex, no. I love this one. This one for me is bright pero complex, no. May konting darkness, no. Ang galing ng blend ng Imitation Man, no. And I think this is one of the recent na nakuha ko from the House of Amouage, no. And I would say no na siguro papasok to sa top 10 ko sa Amwatch, no, I don't know. Let's see, siguro gagawin ko rin ng top 10 yung favorite ko from Amwatch, no, let's see. But yeah, Imitation Man, this is the story of Christopher Chong's childhood in New York City. No, so 1970s, 1980s, Christopher Chong, he was the former creative director ng Amwatch, and of course 2021 nagkaroon ng transition. I believe pumunta siya ng Thamin, no, yung isa ding niche house, no, at ang pumalit sa kanya si Renaud Salmon, no. And this is really personal kay Christopher Chong kasi again, this is the story of his childhood. And ako personally, no, on a personal note, this reminds me of my dad, no. This reminds me of this song na isa sa mga gusto ng dad ko. It is called Arthur's Theme ni Christopher Cross, no. Itong Arthur's Theme, no, it talks about falling in love in New York City, and coincidentally, no, this is Christopher Chong in the 1980s growing up in the city of New York, no. So yeah, may personal touch talaga itong Imitation Man sa akin, no. And actually, no, on an emotional lang na note, no, nung una ko naamoy ito, talagang naiyak ako, no, kasi naalala ko yung dad ko, no. But yeah, this is great, no, and I can see this being worn lalo sa mainit. Okay din siya, papalag din siya talaga sa malamig, no. But yeah, sa mainit, this is great, Imitation Man. But if you are considering, no, siguro last words, final words, no, if you are considering to get yung mga pinakita ko sa inyo, take note guys, no, these frags are complex, no. Most of these frags are complex, no. Malaki ang chance na baka too much siya sa iba, lalo sa mga nagsisimula. So I advise you guys to get a decant first, no, if you wanted to try these frags. Kasi sa nose ko, they are easier to wear for my taste, no. Pero baka sa iba, hindi iba yung case or iba yung preferences ninyo. Siguro, if you talk about summer frag, siguro go for easier ones. Halimbawa, Lacoste White or yung Aqua Pour Homme line ng Bulgari, even Tiger, no, Bleu de Chanel, pwede ninyong kunin yun. Those are your entrances siguro sa freshies. Yung finiture natin dito, these are siguro I would say more on the challenging, no, hindi naman lahat, pero most of this are more on the challenging side, no. So yun lang guys, no, maraming salamat po sa pakikinig ulit. Maraming salamat po for your support, no, and if you find this interesting, please do like, share, and subscribe. Maraming salamat po at ingat po kayo.